Chapter 3. Chris. Getting to the hotel, I park my car, lock the gate, and go to the elevator. Going to my room, I lay on the bed because my head is swimming. What is it about this girl that seems to be getting to me? Looking at my phone, I see the picture I took of Rachel when she was in the kitchen yesterday. A knock on the door pulls me from my thoughts. Opening the door, I see Jake. Mr. Preston, I hope I didn't interrupt you. First, Jake, don't call me that, please. And second, you know the code, so why didn't you just come in? I ask, pointing to the keypad on the door. Sorry, Chris, I didn't know if you were busy, he says as I open the door up. No? What do you need? I ask, walking to the office. Have you had a chance to look at the new hires in the files I left for you? He asked, looking at the stack that is in the same place he left them since I haven't been here all weekend. No, I say with a laugh. Also, this is a file your father asked me to give you, he says, handing me a folder. Flipping through it, I notice it is a work order for a construction job. Anything else? I ask, sitting down. No, sir, he says, but turns at the door. Jessica left a message for you to call when you get in. He tells me, then leaves. Picking up my phone, I call my sister.
So, what happened with the girl?
Is the first thing she asks. Nothing, I say, making her laugh. With a deep breath, I go on. She brought Josh his clothes that he forgot at his parents', then she ended up staying the weekend.
Where did she sleep?
Jess asked with a laugh. She has a boyfriend. I grit out.
Did you get her number?
She asked. Again, she has a boyfriend. I say, getting annoyed.
Chris, just because she has a boyfriend doesn't mean you can't be friends with her.
She says, making me think. She is right, I guess. Looking at my phone, I just stare at the picture. Fuck, I don't want to be just her friend. And that thought alone scares the hell out of me. Feeling very jealous over this Blake kid, I take a deep breath, then say, that probably wouldn't be a good idea.
Chris, she isn't Brittany.
I don't say anything, I just hang up. Not even 30 seconds goes by before my phone goes off with a text from Jessica.
Ass, you have to learn, not every girl is like her. Not every girl is just after the family name and money.
Every girl I have met. Getting up, since I am in no mood to work, I go to lay down on my bed. All I can think about is a certain cheerleader I just spent most of the weekend with. Giving up on trying to relax, I walk to the closet to get clothes, then go to the shower. Letting the hot water run over my body, I look down at the tattoo on my side. She really did seem to like them. I laugh to myself, thinking of where else her eyes looked. Fisting my dick, I start to pump myself, in hopes of a release, but all I can think about is how great she smelled, and wonder what it would feel like if she was touching me, or if I touched her. After I relieve myself, I am still not satisfied by any means. What the hell? I have never been this turned on over a girl before, not even my one and only girlfriend. Getting pissed just at the thought of Brittany, I get out of the shower. Maybe a workout will help. Walking to the gym, I stop at the gate to the tennis court. Looking down at my ring, I smile. Walking in the gate, I go up to the girl working the counter that rents and sells the tennis stuff for the court.
Mr. Preston,
she says, turning to grab a bag from the room. Giving me my bag, I give her a smile. I don't want to be disturbed, I tell her.
Yes, sir,
she says. But as I walk off,
sir,
she says, so I turn.
If you would like to be alone, we do have a few guests on the court, but if you would like to go inside, there is no one in there. Plus the door locks,
she says, pointing to one of the glass rooms for single players. Thanks, I say, walking into the room she pointed at, closing the door behind me. I don't know how long I play, but by the time I pack up my bag, my arms are sore. Putting my bag back in the room, I turn to find a girl walking to me. Dropping my head, I hope she isn't looking for me.
Mr. Preston, my mother said you were down here,
she says with a smile. Can I help you? I ask.
Well,
she says slowly, With anything that is with the hotel, ma'am? I add fast, upsetting her, but not really caring.
I want to have my birthday party at your hotel,
She says, with a smile, and attempts to push her breast further out of her already small shirt. If you go to the front desk, ma'am, they can give you the times that we have open for a party. You can get it set up for the dining hall or the pool or both. I say, really wanting her to go away.
Will you come to my party?
She asked with a pouty face. I'm terribly busy, ma'am. Sorry. I say, seeing Jake, who rushes over. Mr. Preston, there you are. I have some papers I need you to sign, he says, holding a clipboard. Have a nice stay. I tell the girl as I walk past her. Thanks. I say to Jake, because I know he only said that to get me away from the teenager bugging me. I don't know what you mean. He laughs as I join. By the way, I do have your trip set up for you. Are you still wanting to leave Friday? He asks. I forgot about my trip, but maybe a few days away is what I need. Can you move the trip up to tomorrow? I ask, not wanting to wait. Yes, sir, he says, rushing off as I walk out to my car. When I get to the gate, I am met by a guard. You forgot your phone in your room, sir, he says, handing it to me, then opening the gate for me. Thanks, I tell him. Walking to the safe, I keep the keys in. Just as I'm about to get the keys to the cassette, I change my mind and take the Porsche keys. Jumping in the car, I speed off with a smile. I really do love this car, but it is too flashy for me at the same time. After a few hours of driving, I take the car back. As I park the car, Max, the guard, walks up. Nice drive, Chris? He asks. I hand him the keys. Fill her up, please. With a huge smile, he walks to the car. Getting my cassette, I head home. Pulling up to the apartment, I see Josh's car, so I know he is home already. Once inside, I lock the door and see takeout on the counter, making me laugh. He really is bad at cooking. So this is dinner, I guess? Making me laugh. I could cook, he says playfully. No thanks. I choose life. I laugh, taking the food. Sitting on the couch, I look at Josh. I am leaving on a trip tomorrow, I tell him. Where? He asks. The Bahamas? I reply. I think my sister likes you, he says, making me choke on my Pepsi I was trying to drink. What makes you say that? I ask, as he laughs. I have lived here for 2 years, man. She has only been here once, the day I moved in. You go to dinner at my house with me and she shows up the next day? She was bringing you your clothes, I say, not really following him, but come to think of it, I moved in here the start of the school year, so 4 months, and I've never seen her before now. Chris, I forget my stuff at my parents' all the time. She never brings it to me. Not really sure what to say before a thought hits me. She has a boyfriend. Why do I seem to be saying that every time she is brought up? Trust me, she is better off without that jerk. Blake thinks he is God's gift to women just because his father owns the hotel there in town. He says, looking at me, you know she will find out what that tattoo says. You not telling her is only going to make her want to know more, he says, pointing to my neck. Girls, don't try that hard, I say, taking a bite of my food. You have never met anyone like my little sister. He laughs, making me smile. She doesn't care who you are, Chris, he says, making me look at him as he adds, I'm not going to tell her or anyone, man, holding his hands up. Thanks, I tell him, not really hungry anymore. Josh only knows because of my sister and brother. They came to see the apartment a few months ago when they found out I was back in the States. I was so mad at them for telling him. Well, they didn't tell him outright. They were asking why I was staying here and not at the hotel or at our parents' house. Josh overheard them and started asking questions, so Derek told him. I was so mad And still to this day, I question if that is why Josh lets me stay here, because we are so different. But looking down at the takeout in my hands, I laugh to myself. He has never asked me for anything besides bill and food money. Both those prices were set when I moved in here. He never changed it after he found out. Almost like he can read my mind, he says, "Man, I don't care who you are or what you have. You pay your share of the bills here on time. I never have to ask. You don't have parties here? Hell, I don't think you party at all." He laughs, looking at me. "Waste of time," I say with a laugh. "You are a nerd," he says. "Maybe," I tell him, knowing that I am. "It's like living with a male version of my sister." He laughs, making me laugh too. "She doesn't care who you are, or what you have either," he says with a straight face. "Boyfriend," I whisper. "I really hate that jerk, and how he treats her," he says. "She likes him," I say, but I'm not sure if that is a statement or a question. "No, she doesn't," he snaps back. "Then why is she dating him?" I ask. "Because he is super annoying?" he says, looking annoyed. "Oh, hey, my dad asked if I could help him this weekend," Josh says, as I stand up. "Doing?" I ask. "Fixing the deck around the pool and running lights out there," he says. "I'll see what I can do," I tell him. "Thanks, I could use the help if you are free." "Huh?" When Dad asks for help, it's more like he wants to sit in the chair and tell me what to do, he says, making me laugh. "At least you have a cheerleader cheering you on," I joke. "Yeah, not that great when she is my sister," he laughs. "I'm going to bed, man," I say, walking to my room. Laying on the bed, I get a text from my sister.
"You booked a flight to the Bahamas? Why?"
"I do have a hotel there, sister."
"How long?"
"Few days. Josh asked me to help with stuff at his parents' house this weekend."
"Can I go? I would love to meet this girl."
Sending my sister the picture I took of Rachel sitting on the counter. "No."
"Damn, bro, she is beautiful. Does she know you have that picture?"
Sad emoji. "How do you know I have a trip planned?"
"Jake called to move the trip up, so Dad got worried."
"Why?"
"Because, Chris, you are a flight risk."
Laughing emoji.
"Why can't I meet her?"
I don't answer her because I don't have an answer, really. Putting my phone on my headboard, I just look at the ceiling. But since my phone won't shut up, I grab it. Seeing Jessica is blowing up my phone.
"Why can't I meet the girl my brother likes?" "You know, I can ask Josh. Josh said I can go over there if I want." "Hello?"
You are annoying, and I never said I liked her.
"Right."
She has a boyfriend. Throwing my phone on the headboard, I may just leave the damn phone here when I go. Turning my phone off, I lay my head on my pillow. It still smells like her. When I get up, I don't worry about packing, since I don't have to take anything with me. Heading to the airstrip, I park my car in the hangar, finding Jake standing by the plane. "Everything is set to go, Chris, and a message from your mother," he says, lowering his head. "Go ahead," I say, patting his shoulder. "Make sure you take your phone. Your sister will leave you alone." I laugh, pulling my phone from my pocket. "She never said to turn it on, though." I laugh, getting on the plane as Jake laughs.